Jó reggelt kívánok! Hogy vagy? Jó? Start of it. Well, you know what it is. Hmm. And you know what that is. That's good. I pulled this cup out of the. I actually gave gave my morning cup some thought today. I looked in the cupboard and I thought, where should I go today? Krakow, Amsterdam, Hungary, Hawaii. And I thought, boy, I need a vacation. I need a vacation. Let's go to Hawaii. And I do. I mean, I know those of you that follow me regularly, you're going to think my life is a vacation. And I could understand how some might see that. But anyway, I do. I need a vacation. And I've got my mind set on February. My mind is, yeah, I may be physically here, but my mind is in February thinking, where am I going to go? I got to go somewhere. I rented my house to the Minnesota Twins. Oh, you notice that back there on the fridge? I put all my refrigerator magnets back up. Yeah, I found them in a box in the garage yesterday, and I decided to put my refrigerator magnets back up. But yeah, I need a vacation. I need a toes in the sand, soda in my hand type of vacation. And there's a place in Maui. It's my favorite spot. It's called Napili, Napili, Napili Bay. And there's some condos right there at Napili. If you go to napili.com, Napili.com, if you go to napili.com, you'll see these condos, and I love to stay at those condos. I love to sit out at the waterfront and listen to some John Denver at night or Van Morrison and look up at the stars and listen to the waves. And there's a little bay right there where you can go in, or a little cove rather, and you can go in and swim with sea turtles. And it's just a that's where I'd love to go back to. That of all the places to go on vacation. Hmm. It'd have to be Napili in Maui. It would seem, reading the comments yesterday, that my show is becoming the Tom Hall Book Club, the Tom Hall Book Club, and I'm sure Paula up in New Orleans, or in Louisiana, I should say, not New Orleans, but up in Louisiana, I'm sure that just really tickles her heart, as she works in a library. But no, it's all well and good. Reading is wonderful. Reading really is wonderful. The greatest book that I've ever read. It has an interesting story to it. It goes back to when I was telemarketing. I was doing telemarketing sales out of California, and I was selling insurance. I was selling uh, the type of insurance that you buy when you get a house. You get like a home warranty, and it covers your refrigerator, garbage disposal, et cetera, et cetera. And I would call people after their policy had expired. We would wait 3 months, and then we'd call them after 3 months one last time to see if they wanted to renew their policy. It wasn't the easiest job, but I was I was pretty good at it. I was working 5 hours a day, 30 hours a week, making 40, $50,000 a year doing that job, sitting in a cubicle. And one day I called this guy named Lindsay Gorrill, Gorrill or something, out of Post Falls, Idaho, right next to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And I sat there talking to him for about 30 minutes. And at the end of the conversation, he said, Tom, I got some good news and some bad news for you. And I said, what's that? what's what's the bad news? And then he said, I'm not going to buy your insurance. I don't need it. I said, all right, what's the good news? And he said, hands down, you are the best telemarketer I've ever heard in my life. He said, I get calls every night. I've never had a call. I've never had a call from somebody as good as you. He said, do you want a job? And I said, doing what? He said, I own a garnet company, Garnet. We mine garnet for use in industrial applications. I'd like you to be my international salesperson. You'll travel the world selling garnet. And here I was sitting in this little, I don't know, 3x4 cubicle, hearing a guy tell me that I'm going to travel the world selling garnet. And long story short, he flew me up to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Coeur d'Alene's a beautiful place. He flew me up to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and interviewed me and ultimately hired me. And as part of my training, I had to go down to the Denver area, Golden, as a matter of fact, home of Coors. And down there was a guy named Jim Hansink, Hansink, Jim Hansink. And Jim was one of the leading geologists of the world. He was an MIT graduate, kind of a happy-go-lucky guy, a little bit. He was a wonderful man, and I had to go down there and do an apprenticeship with him, or learn from him all about garnet stones and what have you. And Jim lived in Denver, but he was the head salesperson for this company. I think the name of the company was called Western Garnet. I don't know if they're still in business, Western Garnet. But anyway, long story short, I spent 3 months with Jim down there in the Denver area, learning everything I had to know about garnet. And the last day that I was there, the last day that I was I was going to be in Denver before going back to Idaho. I walked in, and there on the table was a gift. Was a gift. It was a gift, and to look at it, I mean, it was wrapped. To look at it, one would deduce that it was either a box of chocolates or it was a book, you know. And I picked it up, and I guessed the latter. I said, "What's this, Jim?" No, I just wanted to get you something. I wanted to get you something as a going away gesture. I said, "Really?" I said, "It feels like a book. Is it a book?" He said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the greatest book that's ever been written." And I said, "Jim, I didn't know you were religious, giving me a Bible." And he laughed. He said, "No, no, no, it's not." He said, "It's not a Bible, although that's a great read also." He said, "No, no, no. This is the greatest novel ever written." And I opened it up, and as I did, the book was called The Pillars of the Earth. The Pillars of the Earth. And I looked at it, and I wasn't much of a reader back then, and I said, "Gee, Jim, thank you. You know, I really appreciate it." And he went in to tell me a little bit about this book. And it's the story of a building of a cathedral back in medieval England. And anyway, I started to read the book, and it's like 1,000 pages. So I start to read the book, and boy, it was intimidating. It was, I mean, it was intimidating to start to read a book of 1,000 pages. But as I started to read, I got caught up in this story, and I couldn't put the book down. I couldn't put the book down. I think, to be quite honest with you, I think I've read that book about 3 times. I think I've read the book probably 3 times over the course of my life. So anyway, I hope I think Mark is reading the book now. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Everyone I've shared it with has ended up liking the book. So as the saying goes, we will see if Mark likes the book or not. But you know, Oksana is a really sharp person, really, really sharp, and she knows how to get back at a guy. You know, I think that she knew exactly what she was doing when she sent me a link to a TV stand to order from Wayfair. And I say that because It came yesterday, and it came in pieces, and and it required assembly. And the damn thing must have had about, I don't know, 138 screws and 68 wooden dowels and all types of other little pieces of hardware and everything. And it took me the better part of 3 hours to put the damn thing together. And I have blisters on my hand from turning the screw. Hmm. But I ended up getting it set up. And as a matter of fact, not only did that come yesterday, but my rug came yesterday. I'll share that with you in a moment. Going back to the today, Elke is going to come up and visit me and spend the day with me, and I'm looking forward to that. And when it comes to dating, I probably had this discussion dozens of times, but one or two dates, a few dates, doesn't doesn't make a doesn't make a relationship. And it's so easy when you're alone to want to rush into a relationship just for the sake of having somebody in your life. But when I'm thinking about entering into a relationship, one of the first things I do is I want to see, what is the character of the person. What type of character do they have? And do they have a good character? Alexa, define character.
As a noun, character is usually defined as the aggregate of features and traits that form the individual nature of some person or thing. As an adjective, character is usually defined as of a part or role, representing a personality type, especially by emphasizing distinctiveness.
So you don't really get to know the true character of somebody over a few dates. The character of a person will reveal itself ultimately. And when I was looking for a quote on character, the one from Mother Teresa that I used as my thumbnail, something to the effect of true character, and the true character of a person is measured by how they treat how they treat others that are not going to do anything for them, so to speak. Just how you treat other people, uh, and that's one of the greatest measures of character. But character is something that is really important, and you don't learn character over a few dates. You learn character over a prolonged period of time. And anyway, so we will see what will come of having met Elke. And on the surface, she seems like such a delightful lady. She really is a delightful lady with just a very very pleasant disposition, and and a beautiful lady, just a strikingly beautiful lady. So I'm looking forward to getting to know her. Yesterday I was driving down the road, or working, or one or the other, and I found myself thinking, as far as finding somebody compatible. And one of the challenges that I have is, I used to always think that I broke up with a girl once because we were not intellectually compatible. We were not intellectually compatible. And, and I thought, gee, I need somebody to stimulate my intellect, among other things. And, and I broke up with her because we weren't intellectually compatible. And also, she had no ambition. All she wanted was to be taken care of. That's all she wanted. She just wanted to be taken care of. And she had no ambition, and we just weren't intellectually compatible. Another girl that I broke up with, and this is years ago, mind you, all she wanted to do in her free time was lie at the pool. That was it. If she had time off, if she had time to whatever, all she wanted to do was lie at the pool. She was just content. Give me my SPF, 3, so I can get a dark tan, and I just want to lie at the pool. And I, I used to sit there and I used to look at that, and I used to think, number one, boy, God gave you one life. God gave you but one life. You should try to do as much and make as much of that one life as possible. And lying by the pool, I mean, what, I don't get it. And then I also used to think that if I grow old with her, I'm going to be growing old with a prune. Somebody, somebody that's going to look like a shriveled up prune, by the time they reach, 58 or something like that. So, but anyway, as I've got older, I've learned to be a little bit more tolerant as far as the intellectually compatible. I'm a smart guy. I've got an IQ of I think I took an IQ test once and I came out one point shy of genius. One point shy of being a genius. I think I scored 139, and I think a genius is a 140. But when it comes to dating, I can't expect I can't expect a prerequisite to be finding somebody as smart smart as myself. Hmm. But anyway, so it's just a. Oh, we have our first comment of the day today. Let's see what somebody is saying here. Tom, call out and tell her to come over. What is this? Tell her to come over. No one's home. Then leave your house before she arrives. Why? Okay. I don't know why I would do something like that. But anyway, what was I saying? You see, that's why I don't like the comments that often, because I get distracted. But anyway, we will see. I'm gonna make today. I'm gonna make Hungarian beef stew, aka goulash levesh. I'm gonna make some. I bought myself some stew meat at Costco yesterday, and I've got my Cook's Illustrated book out there on the table. And when Elke comes up, Elke's a meat and potatoes person, which doesn't surprise me. She's from Germany. She's German, and doesn't surprise me at all. She doesn't eat salad. She doesn't like salad at all. Which I'm not going to say that's a deal breaker. I'll have my salad and eat it too. If she doesn't like salad, I don't care about that. But anyway, let me show you the progress I've made with the house. I think that you'll appreciate seeing it. Let's see if I can turn this camera around. There we go. All right. So the house is actually coming along really nice. You see, I got my little refrigerator magnets back up. I don't know if you can see that. All types of places. The Great Ocean. Oh, that's Vancouver. That's Krakow. That's the castle in Krakow. That's Pula in Croatia. The Florida Everglades. The Sydney Harbor. You got Maui. You see, there's Tallinn in Estonia. The Great Ocean Road. The Sequoia National Forest over there in California. But let me show you how the house has come out. It's slowly but surely. I got my seagrass rug back in here, which looks nice, and a contrast with the green very, very nicely. You can see I've got the beginnings of my Christmas decorations up. But here is the living room. You see how nicely that's coming out? I still have to figure out that black long sound bar is going to get mounted on the wall right under the TV, which will open up the top shelf right over there. I got to figure out the whole cord thing and, you know, that kind of stuff. There you see my Christmas tree over in the corner, waiting to be unwrapped. That's going to be something that Elke and I will do together. But it's actually come out rather nice. Look at that. It's come out rather nice. And you know what? Oksana picked the, this house is like the Oksana showcase or something like that. She picked the console. She picked the rug. She picked the things to the left and right of the TV, the shelves to the left and right of the TV. But there it is. See, I've got 10 hours of nature relaxation music on, which is just really, really nice. So the Christmas tree is going to be all lit up right over there. You know, it'd be nice is to some of you that watch me to send me a Christmas ornament. You know, something that I would really appreciate, getting a Christmas ornament from different places around the country and the world to put on my Christmas tree. And my address is, you can get my address under my bio, the about. But that's it. It came out rather nice. I need to figure out what to do with the rest of the room. You know, what to do with this area. I thought of buying a little organ, you know, a nice organ or something, if only to try to learn how to play. But maybe a chair over in this corner, and maybe some plants or a little window seat right along the window right there, perhaps might be a nice touch. So we will see. But the rug came out. I really like the rug. Look at the rug. Very, very nice. That's probably not something I would just go into a store and buy, you know, and that's why I appreciate the help of Oksana and a lot of the rest of you as far as helping me with the home decoration. But it's coming out rather nice. So anyway, with all that being said, today is the first of the month, and it means I need to sit down and do my advertising, invoicing and what have you. So I hope everybody out there has a great day. Okay, take good care, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.